What is going on, AZ Sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon when we're here to talk some Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams, which is going to be taking place tomorrow. One of the most exciting games for our Arizona Cardinals to take on Week 4. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a dogfight out here. It's going to be two offenses that are going to be able to put some points up in the board, and it's going to be an absolute pleasure to watch this game. I really do think that this game is going to come down to which defense is going to be able to make that one or two key stops, one of those, those turnovers, any of that stuff. That's what's going to come down to. But we are opening up the phone lines today at 12:45 p.m. So looking at the time right now, you have about 9 minutes if you do want to come on to the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. All you need to do is click on the link that's pinned at the top of the chat. You click on that link and you should be able to jump onto the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. I do recommend you putting the video on. The reason for that is because I know there's a lot of trolls out there that like to just kind of cuss up a storm. So just to kind of avoid all that different stuff, if your camera isn't on, no worries. If I know you, if you're a frequent person, you don't have to have it on. But if you're new to it, I do recommend you have it on. So that's what we're going to talk about here today, guys. We're going to talk about, can the Arizona Cardinals upset the Los Angeles Rams this coming weekend? And honestly, right now, man, I'm absolutely super excited. I'm so freaking excited right now. Right now, we're sitting probably little over 24 hours away from kickoff for the Arizona Cardinals to go to SoFi Stadium and take on the Los Angeles Rams. So super stoked, man, super stoked. We're going to talk about everything that's going on today. Let me give you my opinion and what I feel like is going to happen. And obviously, we'll open up the phone lines. I'll ask you guys one question and one question only. That is, can the Arizona Cardinals upset the Los Angeles Rams, and how can they do it? So that's going to be the biggest question here once we bring everybody on to the show. Like I said a little earlier, 12:45 p.m. So that's going to be in about 8 to 9 minutes. There is a link that's pinned at the top of the chat. Just click on it and you should be able to join. So let me give you my opinion and then we'll open up the phone lines and we'll have you guys jump on. So this is a tough matchup. It really, really is. When I first saw the schedule, I'm like, okay, so week 4 is where our divisions, start heating up. Now, I did not imagine that our team was going to be 3-0. I really didn't. I thought we were going to be a 2-1 team, probably either losing to the Titans or the Vikings. I'm very surprised where we are right now. Obviously, all the fans right now want us to be 4-0, right? It's going to be the first time since, I believe, 2015, since we're going to be starting 4-0 if this was the case. Like, if we were to win tomorrow, then that would be the very first time in a very long time for our Arizona Cardinals. And obviously, we all have, have that, high expectations, high thought like, hey, this is going to happen, high optimism. And I have optimism too. I mean, I know towards the beginning of the week, like, Monday or Tuesday, I start thinking a little like, hey, maybe we can't. Like, this is going to be a tough matchup, but maybe we can't win. But as the week goes on, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now we're sitting here on Saturday, my mind has really kind of been swayed a little bit. And I think the homerism is coming out. I think the homerism is coming out more than anything. I do think the Cardinals can hold up very well against the Rams. I really, really do. A few different things need to work out in our favor. Obviously, the turnovers need to be cleaned up. There could not be any silly interceptions from Kyler Murray that are getting thrown. Now, I understand a lot of people are saying, well, it's not Kyler Murray's fault, blah, 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 blah. I understand. But the interceptions, regardless if it's not his fault or not, regardless if he got hit in the face, regardless if he got hit on his hand, he is going to get that stat on his record, and it's going to give the opportunity for the opposing team. So instead of going for the home run ball, maybe do a check down. Maybe see if you can run out of the pocket 1 or 2 yards. I would rather you get a positive than basically turn that ball over and lose any momentum that we might have. So turnovers are absolutely key. We need to clean it up. Another thing is penalties. Penalties is something that we've seen since the beginning of the season into the third game, even in Jacksonville Jaguar game. Now, I do think that we, are cleaning it up a little by little by little, but it still needs to be cleaned up to the point where, man, we need to be able to say we have maybe a 2-3 penalty type of game. I doubt it's going to happen because our Arizona Cardinals, for some reason, they love to do offsides. They love to do false starts. They do love to do just a lot of stupid boneheaded things. So that's another thing that we need to clean up. Absolutely, that's something that we need to clean up. My third thing is pressure. Pressure is absolutely key. We need to see something along the lines of what we saw versus the Tennessee Titans. That's what we need to see this coming Sunday, tomorrow, against Matthew Stafford. Now, I think there was a stat somewhere out there that said that Matthew Stafford is probably one of the best quarterbacks in terms of whenever he gets pressure on him this year so far. So I want blitzes on him, but not as much. If we could somehow get, pressure within our front four, then hey, I think that's awesome right there. If he somehow beats us, then hey, that's kudos to Matthew Stafford at that point. But I really think in the grand scheme of things that our Arizona Cardinal defense front four, which is the front line that we have out there, they need to get pressure. Chandler Jones needs to get a sack. I know that there was also a stat out there saying that Chandler Jones pressured the quarterback this year like a dumb amount of like a stupid number out there. I think it was like 18, 20, something like that. It was a pretty big number compared to a lot of other teams, something like that. I might be wrong, but Chandler Jones has done a lot of stuff, although not getting the sacks. Not counting obviously the Titans game, but Vikings and the Jaguars game, he didn't get sacks, but he's still showing up pressure on there, which is something that we can definitely give him a clap for as well. JJ Watt needs to get involved. Marcus Golden needs to continue his one sack game as well. We need to continue just to get sacks all the way around. So I do think it's possible. I do think that this Arizona Cardinal team can come up with the win, but we need to make sure that we play perfect type of football. And we haven't seen it in the last 3 games so far. Now, anything can change, right? We can go into week 4, we can play a flawless game. We can have, 1 or 2 penalties. We could have no, interceptions. But I do think it's very important to pay attention to all the little details. All the little details are going to be absolutely key this coming game. We don't want to play behind the chains. We don't want to do that because we don't want to make sure that we give them the ball again. We're not going to be able to score every single drive. Their defense is pretty good still. I know they lost a lot of key pieces this last offseason, but they're still very, very good. And obviously Aaron Donald, you got to block Aaron Donald. This guy's going to move along the line. And it's going to be up to our offensive line to really hold up. It's going to be up to our offensive line to really hold up to see what's going to happen in this game. So I just want to paint a picture for you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to paint a picture for you guys. Imagine a world where the Arizona Cardinals come out with the W. Imagine a world the Arizona Cardinals are 4-0 by, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. We beat the Rams. We're 4-0. How different will all these media, all these national talking heads that pretty much has the Rams slotted up there as they're going to be Super Bowl contenders. They're going to be, NFC West Conference, champions, or they're going to at least be in that game. How different will all of these big national media people out here will have a different opinion on our Arizona Cardinals if we go to SoFi Stadium and lay a smackdown? And I'm not saying lay smackdown like completely beat them. No, not at all. They're going to score points. We're going to score points. This is going to be, in my opinion, a 1-score game, or maybe even a 10-point game. So maybe a field goal, a touchdown, or maybe even a 10-point game. It's going to be a very close game. I feel like our Arizona Cardinals match up very well against the Rams. Whether you call me a homer, whether you don't call me, I don't care. I think this Cardinals team is going to surprise a lot of national people out there. And regardless if we win or we don't win, if we keep it close, we're going to be in talks. We're going to be in talks and contention, and everybody's going to start saying, well, you check out the Arizona Cardinals. They might be that number 2 in the NFC West, or maybe even a viable option to be that NFC West champion moving into the 2021 season. So guys, sky's the limit for this Arizona Cardinal team. And I'm absolutely super, super excited to see what's going to happen in a little over 24 hours from right now. Now, if you guys don't know, the Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams game is tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. AZ time. I don't know what channel, most likely Fox, more than anything. And I'm absolutely super excited, guys. I am excited. Let's get this game going. I wish today was Sunday so we can go ahead and watch this game because honestly, there's a lot of things that can happen tomorrow. A lot of things. NFC West is going to go through a freaking shakeup. Right now, we're sitting with the Rams and the Cardinals tied at number 1. Right below them is the 49ers with a 2-1 record. And then right below them is the Seattle Seahawks 1-2. But there's going to be so much implications tomorrow with the NFC West that by the time we go on Monday and we open up our eyes on Monday morning, whether we're pissed off because we lost, whether we're happy because we won, there's going to be a shakeup with the NFC West. And I'm very, very excited to see what turns out with our Redbirds, because I think we can stack up very well against this team. I really do. Now, can we get a win? I mean, all we can really do is kind of hope, throw a Hail Mary, and pray to the football gods. That's all we can really do, because most national people do not have the Arizona Cardinals pegged to win this game. A couple different reasons why. A, they're saying that Matthew Stafford is playing as an MVP type of quarterback. We got that too in Kyler Murray. Another thing is they're saying SoFi Stadium, they're going to have the home field advantage. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. But I have a very close friend that does also YouTube as well. He runs a channel named Rams Showcase, and he actually sent me something. He sent me something on Instagram, because we have a chat amongst ourselves that we kind of talk back and forth, and we like to coordinate the NFC West Roundtable, which we have every Tuesday on any one of our channels. And he posted this to me, and he said, finding some cool things in his research. He said the last 13 games between the Rams and the Cardinals, home team has only won 4 times. Now, I didn't fact check him or anything like that, but man, imagine this. The Arizona Cardinals will be a visiting team this game. Let me repeat what he said. He said in the last 13 games between the Arizona Cardinals and the Rams, the home team has only won 4 times. I think those 4 times were those last 4 straight years that we ended up getting swept by the Sean McVay-led Rams, right? But dang, that right there, I was like, bro, I was like, freaking A. I was like, are you telling me that the Cardinals might have a chance? It's kind of like in that Dumb and Dumber movie where, Lloyd said something like that when he was talking to Mary. He was like, so I have a chance. So you're telling me we have a chance. You're telling me we have a chance. I am excited, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we can pull this off, but we need to do it perfectly. We need to do it perfectly. No penalties, no turnovers, no any stuff like that. So we have made it to the point where we're going to open up the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to come on to the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube, and you let me know what you think is going to happen tomorrow and how the Cardinals can possibly win against the Los Angeles Rams in SoFi Stadium, the link is pinned at the top of the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Come on through and let me know how you feel about Arizona Cardinals versus Los Angeles Rams. We're going to start opening up the phone lines. It is pinned at the top of the chat. We do got our very first guest coming in here. Let me just change a couple different things. We got my guy RC3 coming in here. RC3, talk to me, man. How do you think tomorrow's going to go?
First of all, I just want to know why we don't have the national game on TV, because these are 2 undefeated teams that are playing. I'm in Jersey, so there's no need to see no Giants, no Jets, none of this. You got 2 undefeated teams fighting to stay undefeated. And if the Raiders lose, that one of these teams is going to be the only undefeated team in the league.
Yeah, man, I agree. In my preview, I said that same thing. I was like, this right here is enticing as all heck. Like, even if I look at Brady going back to freaking New England, I don't care about that. It might be because I'm on the West Coast, but
no, it's a controversy. Controversy sells. You know that. So the thing is, you got to look under the helmet of Sean McVay. His record is great, especially being 4-0 against us and everything. But if you look at like the key features about stuff that's going on, the Rams lost a lot. But if you look at the key features about stuff that goes on with the Rams, sometimes they have controversies within themselves. They beat themselves more than anything. They might have an off game. You never know. So that's a push for us to take advantage of it.
I agree. I agree, man. I think if we do come out with this win, it's got to be perfect type of football, man. We haven't seen it in the last 3 games. But what do you think?
Well, I'm going to say this. If Aaron Donald gets loose, I think technically either a screen pass or throw the ball away. Keep yourself making them completions so you can help your quarterback rating, or throw that ball away, because I don't feel comfortable with Kyler Murray running out there. As short as he is, it's hard to tackle him, but we don't need no key injuries, and we still got the rest of the season to go. We got a good kicker. So let's get us in field goal range of what we need to do. Also, the lineman has to hold up, and we can't get these holding penalties. These holding penalties are crazy. And this is what been killing the Cardinals season last year the same way. Now, I'm praying right now, the whole rosary reads and everything for Alfred and Byron Murphy and them to get this together, because the thing is, if the front seven does put pressure on Stafford, he's good at stuff like that. When he throws that ball and it's Cooper Kupp on Alfred or Byron Murphy is on them, like they might have to make some changes, because they could be a long way play away from just knocking that down 30 yards, 40 yards, and be back to square one. We can't tire out our defense. We got to make them 3 and out so they can be healthy and fresh to go back in there to do it again. Because the longer they on there, it will take away from our offense and make our offense look pretty bad and tired, and then it makes our defense look even worse because of the time possession that they have. That's all it is.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
And I think we talked about this a little earlier. What my guy Mark Vids is saying here, Kyler needs to stop throwing in double coverage. We've seen some interceptions that kind of are like, why did you do that? But I mean,
it's the
thankfully
risk
we won.
taker.
Yeah,
It's a risk taker. Like he did it at Buffalo. Damn, I was like, if you do, if you don't.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Damned if you do,
So,
damned if you don't. It worked out for both. Yeah.
like everybody said, get Hopkins working early. We got to get the run game established a little bit early too.
Yeah.
Because we need to do something with this run game. They already know that Kyler's going on his feet. I'm not too big on James Conner. You know, I've been said this on plenty of chats about this, that Conner is not the best sight in the world. If you throw some screen passes to Edmonds and he gets out a little bit, hey, even do some little flicker plays with Rondell Moore. This is what you got speed for. Once you just mix it up a little bit. Whatever they do not do no college wildcat nonsense like that. Just play your game out. And when you in field goal range, take that advantage. Do not let that lead up. And you have to beat the Rams at by halftime. You got to be in the lead, because the Rams are also great. They're undefeated just about, if you look at it in the past few seasons, that they have not lost since they was up in halftime.
Yeah, I agree, man. Let me get some other guests on here. Appreciate it again. RS3, take it later, man.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Let's get my guy Lennon. Lennon, bro. Oh, look at you. Let's go.
Same shirt again.
Let's go, brother. Thank you, man. Let me know how you feel about Arizona Cardinals versus Rams tomorrow. What do you think we can do to get this upset?
This is going to be a very good game. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be a very good game for the Arizona Cardinals. Tomorrow, in order to beat the Rams, they need to block Aaron Donald. They need to play very good defense. They need to not throw some interceptions, because the Cardinals like to get some false start, and we don't want that to happen. But hopefully this time, this will be the game that the Cardinals will be 4-0 for the first time since 2012, and I'm very excited. And one thing you need to Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt need to hunt out there and just sack Matthew Stafford, because this Rams team is very good.
Yeah.
And they are also an undefeated team, which is Sean McVay beating us 8 times in a row. But the last time the Cardinals beat the Rams was 2016, and it was in LA.
Gotcha. And I think that was Goff's rookie year, I believe, if I can remember correctly.
Yeah, Jared Goff's rookie year, and we had Carson Palmer, David Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, it was a good time for sure. Lennon, again, as always, appreciate you, man, on all your knowledge, man. Thank you so much. Later.
All right, go Cardinals. Let's get the win.
All right, man. I got a couple questions here. Gardick will be playing tomorrow. I believe he is. Dunbar, somebody asked, is he ready to go? I don't know if he's going to be ready. I didn't hear anything about it yet. I got to still do a little bit more research about it. But I think our front three or three cornerbacks are pretty much solidified already. Let's get my guy Ty Guy up in here right now. Ty Guy, talk to me, man. How do you feel about this Cardinals versus Rams? Go.
I'm actually feeling pretty good. I like when we're the underdogs, man. We always play better as the underdogs. I don't like when they're like, oh, Cardinals got this, because that's usually when we shoot ourselves in the foot, man.
True.
So that being said, I got this interesting theory that I've been kicking around. I think it's a trap game for the Rams, man, and I'll tell you why. 8-0 against us. They're playing home. Just beat Tom Brady last week. Sean McVay's out there running up and down the sideline like a dang fool. Like it's the Super Bowl, man. Literally, I just too many things point for us to win this game. I just don't see us losing it.
I hope so, man. Trap game for them. Huh? I feel like that would be amazing. That I think the whole thing that kind of hangs over my head is 8-0. And every time Rams can come in here, they can always say that, and I'll be like, all right, cool. You're right there. What do you think is one thing that the Cardinals need to do to get this W against the Rams in SoFi?
I need to see that defense, bro. I need to see that Chandler Jones getting back there. I need to see Watt getting back there. I mean, those cornerbacks, they're going to be good cornerbacks. So I look at who they're going up against in practice. I mean, you're going up against our core receivers, and arguably our core receivers are probably some of the best guys out there. So you got our cornerbacks going up against that. They're only going to progress. I think if we can keep the secondary locked down and keep Stafford's options limited in his passing options,
right?
He's not a mobile quarterback like Murray, and we should be able to get to him. I mean, or at least force a bad pass or into double coverage or something. You know, and I get that he's like super efficient back there when he's under pressure, and he's got like a ridiculous IQ, but I mean, he's only going to be able to keep that up for so long, man. You throw JJ screaming at him, Isaiah screaming at him, and Chandler in there. I don't care how good you are. You're going to make a mistake eventually, and we just need to capitalize on that one mistake.
That's true. All right. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so very much. I'm going to get my guy Jordan and then Jeremy next, man. Thank you so much. Have a great one.
Yep. You too, man.
All right, let me do a quick shout out here to Seth Carpenter. Says, hey, Mike, we'll pull a big upset tomorrow. Also, Rondo Moore. I think he'll get the job done and realize that Sean McVay, he will give up. Okay, all right. Let me get you the Betty White dab here real quick before we...
Got him!
Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so very much. Let me get my guys Jordan P in the house. Jordan P, talk to me, man. How are you feeling Cardinals versus Rams tomorrow?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Like an angel.
So yeah, I got a couple interesting points. Because I watched the Rams games. I was just watching them over just to see, like what we're up against. And so the first thing is they don't really run much man coverage. So it's mostly zone. So we're gonna see Jalen Ramsey on Hopkins, occasionally, but mostly what they do is zone, and they rely on their pass rush, which is amazing to get to the quarterback. So to me, it's gonna come down to the O line and the D line, because when I was watching the Colts game, for example, I know that the stat is out there. Stafford versus pressure is like his passer rating is up there in the top 3 or whatever. But I saw he make some mistakes, and the Colts were missing their top cornerback. They had horrible cornerbacks in that game, and he made some costly mistakes. He threw 2 balls. One was to a cornerback and one to a linebacker, but they just dropped it, So right. It doesn't show on his stat sheet. But if we can capitalize on those 1 or 2 mistakes that were caused from pressure, that those are going to be big things that are going to, help us win the game. And also their defense, you see all these like 8-0, 8-0, they're 8-0. Like, everybody on the media is talking about it, saying the Cardinals this, but what they don't say is, how about we compare those teams to this Cardinals team? How about they're looking at the Josh Rosen team. That was one of the worst teams arguably in history. They're looking at Kyler Murray as a rookie with nothing around him. Like, who cares about those games? They were Super Bowl contenders, but we were in the bottom. Now we have Isaiah Simmons playing like a Pro Bowl linebacker. We have Byron Murphy's emerging. You got Kyler Murray's emerging. You got all these weapons now on offense. So it's I just think it's really irrelevant. Plus, they lost a lot of people on defense. They lost John Johnson, one of the top safeties. They lost Brockers, one of their edge. They still have a good defense, but they give up yards. And that's the thing with this game is our red zone offense is going to have to be as good as it has been. We're one of the top scoring red zone offenses in the NFL. I believe it's 76%. But their defense is great in the red zone. Like, they give up yards, but then they're holding teams to field goals. That's how they win. Right. So that's really one of the big things that is going to need. It's going to be the O-line, the D-line, and scoring in the red zone. Because when I was watching the Colts game, the Colts got to the red zone 3 times and only got 1 field goal out of it.
Woo! Woo, that
They
sucks.
were
Yeah.
at the 1 yard line twice, and they couldn't score a touchdown. So
Oh, sheesh.
yeah, running up the middle against them is a waste of a play. I was watching the game. Literally every time they ran up the middle, somebody's right there, 0 yards. Somebody's right
You're
there.
gonna
I'm
get
like,
smacked.
Cliff, just don't call that play anymore. Just take it out the book this week. So I
All
think
right,
we
brother.
have a chance, but we gotta. Our O line has to block.
Yeah.
Our D line has to get after Stafford, and we gotta score touchdowns in the red zone.
All right, perfect, man. Appreciate you. Let me get my guy Jeremy in here again, as always. Jordan, thank you so much, man.
All right.
All right, RC3 coming up with this super chat. Appreciate that. Let me get you the Betty White dab.
Got him!
Thank you so very much. I think he's just adding everybody. He says, salute you guys. Hashtag RC3 for GM. Sheesh. All right, I did get another super chat. Let me get, RC3 with another one. Back to back. All right, there you go. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so very much for the 2 super chats. All right, Jeremy, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, man. Talk to me. What's up, man?
Okay,
Cardinals versus Rams. Go.
Okay, so I think we have to minimize the penalties. That's one of our biggest problems. Also, we have to make sure that we're very good with the run game because our play action is the best, I think so, in the game. So if we have a good running game, we should be able to capitalize on the big plays, and that's when we're at their best. We're best. And also, we have to make sure that we know where Aaron Donald is all the time. And we have to get more complex with the wide receiver routes and formations. Like, they will always know. Like, these last 3 games, Hawkins is always on one side of the field, and you always know where he is.
Right.
So it's either like a solo play where he tries to beat the cornerback, or like he goes through the middle. I think with more complex routes, we can mess up the cornerback because besides Jalen Ramsey, they're like C, B tier at best. And the playoff game where they lost to Green Bay, it was due to communication of the cornerback that they lost.
Right.
You saw Jalen Ramsey getting mad and at the other cornerbacks. So I think we have to be more complex with our plays and minimize the mistakes.
Love it, man. Yeah, I'm all up on board with moving Hopkins around, and the run game is absolutely key, man. Let me just ask you a real quick question before we go to the next guest. James Conner, Chase Edmonds, do you favor one over the other?
I don't know. I think I would value Chase Edmonds more.
Okay.
I think we need more speed because, like, speed is our thing. Kyler Murray, Randall Moore, Chase Edmonds. He's not like a big guy, so there's no like power running back. If we was to get a power running back, that'd be crazy because we have 2 types of running back on our team, but we haven't been able to get one since like David Johnson. He was like a midi. He was like mix of both. So I think we would just value Chase Edmonds.
All right, man. I respect it. Appreciate you. Thank you so again, Jeremy. Have a great day, okay?
Fan from the East, too.
Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Peace out, man. Thank you. All right, let's get my next guy on here. I believe Ram Renee. I think he's going to give us some insight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring my guy up in here right now. Talk to me. Ram Renee, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and thanks for having me on.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you for having the camera on. Let's talk, man. Cardinals versus Rams. I'm assuming you're a Rams fan, right?
Big time, my whole life.
All right. Talk to me. How do you think this game's going to go?
Well, first, I want to compliment the Cardinals organization. I know I've been keeping an eye on your channel for the last 3 or 4 years. Well,
Thank you.
I've been keeping an eye on the entire NFC West for the last 3 or 4 years. So I've been going to everybody's channels.
Love it.
And I know you guys have been really, really down on Keim and everybody else. And there was a lot of talk last year about let's get rid of Kingsbury. Well, you know what? You got to show patience. There comes a point where you got to just jump into the water and say, look, we're going in the right direction. You got to give Kingsbury a chance. You got to give him players. You got to give him enough time for his system to start implementing with talent around him. And if you can do that, you can benefit through your patience. And right now, this year, this is what Arizona is seeing. They're seeing the fruits of the labor of being patient and not pulling the plug. Because when you guys were just blowing out coach after coach after system after system, you guys were in a perpetual downward spiral. You could never get out until you finally allowed someone to run their system. Well, you've got somebody, and your system is showing that it's successful in the NFL. So I'm very happy for you guys. It makes the NFC West that much better and that much tougher. So for the first time in the last, since McVay's been there, this is not a gimme game anymore. This is a game that really, really can go either way. I'm expecting the Rams to actually win this one, because we're no longer that Jared Goff dink and dunk type offense where McVay would have to call 13 perfect plays offensively to drive downfield. We may still plan on a 9-play drive, but we can score after 3 or 4. If one of your DBs trips or slips or falls or is out of position, we're going to take advantage of it. Touchdown Rams, 4-play drive, 1 minute, 30 seconds. We couldn't do that before. We wouldn't even try to do that before. Now, with regards to our defense, well, here's the news that all you Arizona fans want to hear. We're not as good defensively this year. With the change, Brandon Staley, your defensive coordinator, Brandon Staley, being replaced by Raheem Morris, the Rams defense is now playing much more bend, don't break. And we're giving up a lot of yards. And your team, your offensive system, because these games are all about matchups.
Right.
Your offensive system is all about, short yardage play, boom, over the top. You're catching people flat-footed over the top. But if they play deep, you're going to short yardage them all the way down the field. We're giving you those. We're going to give you those plays. So you're going to have not much of a problem moving down the field. It's in the red zone that the Rams have toughened up. Now, if you can have some success in that red zone, you got a chance in this game.
Perfect. Yeah, I just kind of like what my guy Jordan P was saying. Yeah, so I think it comes down to, take advantage of getting those touchdowns because I agree with you, man. This is going to be a tough match, and I'm so glad that you actually said this is not a gimme game. That actually makes me happy now.
No, this is the first game that I can remember where this game could go either way.
Yeah.
I'm expecting the Rams to win this.
Right.
I think they'll win it by anywhere from 4 to 7 points. I think Arizona will have like 5 or 6 scoring drives. What you do with those drives, whether they're touchdowns or field goals, we'll have to see. I'm expecting 5 or 6 scoring drives. I think the Rams will have basically the same, maybe one more, so 6 or 7. And what they do, if you can keep us out of the end zone and we're getting the field goals, you have a shot.
All right, we'll take it. Well, Ram Renee, appreciate you for being on here. Thank you again, as always. Have a great day.
Take care.
All right. I love it. I absolutely, and this is exactly the reason why I have this show out here, because I love to hear the opposing side's point of view as well. And he broke that down perfectly. We can, as Cardinal fans, look at Rams, highlights. So we can watch a game out of 6, all we want. But I think the best person that knows their team is going to be the people that watches every snap, every second that goes on there. So we just got some gems. Although Jordan P was basically saying that same thing. So I appreciate you, Jordan P, for doing that. But yeah, he was telling us some good stuff here. Bend, but don't break. We're going to see a lot of yardage in this game. The Arizona Cardinals do have a chance. And I do think that the Rams obviously are favored over the Cardinals for a couple different reasons. They were short a quarterback. With Jared Goff. And it's so crazy because every time Jared Goff played us, with the exception of his last game in the rookie year, this guy looked like he was lighting us up left and right. So we didn't really kind of know that the problem was the quarterback as Cardinal fans. Everybody else saw it, and everybody else had the criticism for Jared Goff. When it came down to Cardinal fans, we're like, they're 8-0 against us. What the heck are we going to do? But now that they got Matthew Stafford, and I remember this live stream vividly that I had, the moment that that the Rams traded for Matthew Stafford, I went live. I just finished a live that I had, and I went live again. I changed the title. I got a thumbnail ready to go, and I was like, let's go. I want to hear what you guys have to say. And it's so crazy because when I had my collaboration with Rams House on Wednesday, he reminded me. I was kind of one of them that I was like, no, this is going to be dangerous. This is a dangerous thing. This is an upgrade from Jared Goff. And all everybody can think of is, the Lions didn't do anything forever. Stafford is not going to do anything. But now we're seeing a great quarterback, or a great or good quarterback, however you want to put it, in Matthew Stafford, and a genius head coach in and Sean McVay that's really going to kind of take us to the top. Now, they're probably favored to be beating us this game, week 4. But the Cardinals do have a chance. They do. Every drive is going to be important. Every penalty is going to weigh heavy. Every turnover is going to weigh heavy for Arizona Cardinals. This is the time to clean it up. We've made our mistakes in week 1, 2, and 3. This is the time to clean it up because this is a team that we cannot mess around with. I'm telling you this right now, guys. That one interception, that one fumble, that one 3 and out, that can very well cost us a game because this team is the real deal. And we're going to see a heavyweight matchup coming up offensively. Maybe not defensively, but offensively. And I'm super, super stoked about it, man. Super stoked about seeing this game tomorrow. Let's take it to the comments here, guys. This is a listeners only meeting, or this is going to be a live in call show. If you want to jump onto the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to come on here and you tell me how this game is going to go, the link is pinned at the top. All you need to do is click on it, and it'll take you to a website called StreamYard, and you can just come right on through. So just FYI, it's pinned at the top if you want to come through. Let's take it to the comments. Let's see what you guys have to say, and we will go from there. Stevie Taylor says, when will Dunbar start playing? So I don't have – let me see if I can kind of I know he just got signed. So usually it takes at least a week before he is on the field. But let's be honest here. I think, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't have a real big injury with either Marco Wilson, Robert Alford or Byron Murphy, we might see Quentin Dunbar only if needed. So if he does come up and he's suited, ready to go, I think most likely, and this is kind of a guess because I'm not seeing really any updates or anything like that on internet or Twitter or anything like that. But I might say maybe next week more than anything. I don't think this week is going to be the deal. We do got another guest here, my guy Red C coming up clutch. Let's see what Red C has to say. Red C, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Talk to me, man. How you feeling?
Well, hello. I would have my camera on, but I am attempting to feed my cats.
You're good.
Shout out RC3 for sending me the link, or else I would have just been asleep and not known what was happening.
That's right.
So, what are we talking about? Rams?
Yes, Rams Cardinals. Do you think we can upset the Los Angeles Rams?
I think we could win. I don't think it will necessarily be an upset since we're somewhat competent this year. So I think it's very possible. This year we don't have to just force it to DeAndre Hopkins like we did the last year. Yeah. So if we just get Rondale Moore involved and throw to Hopkins eventually, because we know he's going to get guarded by Ramsey. Darius Williams will probably be on Kirk. And aside from that, we've done a good job at containing Aaron Donald, at least the last few matches, because he only has 3 sacks against us in his career, or at least in Kyler's career.
Gotcha.
So basically, it's going to come down to Cliff and McVay.
Yeah.
Because Cliff has not beaten McVay yet. We have not beaten McVay in 4 years. It's very, very annoying.
I agree, man. Give me your last thoughts before we move on to the next people, because I got a line going on here.
I don't really got nothing else. Jordan P. Kyle Pitts, he's on a 1-3 team. So that was a real improvement they made. Real improvement,
Shots fired. Appreciate
I'm never going to let that go. Me and RC3 are never going to let that go.
All right, brother. Have a great one later.
All right, peace.
All right, man. Let's get my guy Adam Torres coming up here right now. Adam Torres, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Man, talk to me. How do you think Cardinals versus Rams are going to go?
Yo. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Like an angel. What's up, dude?
Hey, is my mic coming through?
It is, yeah. It is.
Hey, what's up, man? First of all, I do think we're gonna win this game. I'm tired of all the naysayers thinking we're gonna lose, man. I've been watching Cardinals football for a lot of years, and I'm used to us being the underdogs and pulling off the upset a few times. So I'm ready for this matchup for sure.
Yeah, gotta love it, man. Do you think that we need some? What do you think is 1 or 2 things that we need to do to get this win? Can you hear me?
In order for us to get this win, bro, to be honest with you, I really think Kyler's got to use his legs a lot more, man. I think Cliff's got to dial up some plays to get him on the run. We got to get D-Hop involved. Rondell Moore can be a difference maker. People tend to forget about him because he's a rookie, but he's pretty shifty when he's in the open field. He's pretty hard to stop. I mean, we've been spreading the ball out pretty well on the offense. Christian Kirk, AJ Green, Max Williams, D Hop, Rondell. I mean, we have targets this year. Like, I don't see why we're such a big underdog.
Yeah, I agree, man. I definitely agree. I want, obviously, all Cardinal fans, the Bird Gang wants us to be 4-0. I appreciate you for being on here, man. Thank you so very much. I'm going to get the next guest on. All right, next up, we got Andrew coming up here right now. Let me see if I can start making up some room here real quick. Appreciate everybody who's coming through. This is going to be a call-in, like a live call-in show. If you want to come on, the link is pinned at the top. Now, if you don't have your camera on and you have never been onto the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, I recommend you turning your camera on or it won't get you on. The biggest reason for that is because we don't want trolls to come on here and start, cussing up a storm. It has happened before, so we're trying to avoid that. Andrew, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Appreciate you for being here. Talk to me, man.
I'm glad. I'm just looking forward to this game. I know I said I can't watch it, but I'm tempted to go for an NFL Game Pass free trial and watch the game live.
Ooh.
And I this is going to be a big game. I'm looking forward to it. Not going to lie, I want to see more Rondale Moore. I think he's going to do – I want to see more of a run game from him. I just hope Kyler can, first of all, avoid – letting his team get any penalties. I think, again, we need to keep the penalties down. One of the key factors in getting this game under our control and in our favor. I also think that, of course, defensively, we need to hold off Matthew Stafford and their entire offense, not just Aaron Donald, but everyone on that side, no matter who is running, whoever is receiving, it doesn't matter. We need to keep them under control. We need to put pressure. Stafford, I've heard good things that he has been successful under the pressure, but I think we need to put a lot of pressure, get our guys in there and just create chances to get the ball away from the Rams offense and keep it with the Cardinals. It's just going to be a matter of, can we do it? And I'm hoping for a good game. I'm thinking it's going to be close, but not a blowout either way.
Right.
It's going to be tough for the Cardinals because we are on the road.
Exactly. Yeah, and I know somebody was asking about like being an underdog. And I think Stevie answered it beautifully here. It says we're the underdog because we're 0-3 versus the Rams. Another thing is a lot of times when we're like playing at their place or we're the away team, some people say, oh, that gives the advantage. And it does. So that might be why we're listed as the underdog. But appreciate you as always, Andrew. Thank you so very much. Give me your prediction before I let you go.
I think the Cardinals are going to win. Score, I have no idea. Between like a field goal or a touchdown, it's going to be close. I have no idea other than that. But
awesome. Well, as always, man, pleasure talking to you. Have a great rest of your day, man.
You too.
Later. All right, let's get my guy 23K5. What's up, dude? Sorry, that was really, really quick. I didn't get a chance to do an intro, man. Talk to me. Can you hear me? I think he might be frozen.
Can you hear me real quick?
Oh, there you are. Hey, man, talk to me. How are you feeling? Arizona Cardinals versus Rams.
I'm nervous.
That's fair. That's fair. Is it the 0-3? Is it the Rams? What exactly makes you nervous about this team?
Well, the biggest going on is Matthew Stafford is going through big things. You know, he come off with big wins like the Bucks, Bears, and obviously this is actually like nervous, and the defense is really great, playing really great.
Yeah, that's fair, and I'm glad you brought up the Bucks, man, because I didn't see the Rams beating the Bucks the way that they did. That was impressive to me, very impressive. If you were to say two things, or just give me one thing that you think that the Cardinals need to do, like this is my number one thing, what do you think that is for our Arizona Cardinals to get this win? Because let's be honest, all the Bird Gang wants to go 4-0. What do you think we need to do?
Well, we have a DB issue, and because of Cooper Kupp and Deshaun Johnson and Robert Woods and Van Jefferson, they're good receivers, and we need to like keep Vance Joseph needs to do good on the receiving core, and we need Kyler Murray to like avoid Aaron Donald because Aaron Donald knows he can match our offense really well. So we need to like make sure we don't get pressure that much.
I agree. Appreciate you, man. And honestly, when you said you're nervous, I'm so glad that we have a like a truthful, not truthful, what am I trying to say? A person that's honest, because man, this is a very nerve-wracking game, and we have a lot of people in the chat saying I'm nervous too. So appreciate you, 23K5. Have a great rest of your day, okay?
You too.
Later, man. All right, man. Let's get my next guest up here right now. I got BBHALV coming up here right now, and he's gonna tell us a little Cardinals versus Rams, what he thinks is gonna happen, and what do we need to do to get this dub. All right, BBH, you're on. Talk to me.
Well, first off, thank you for having me on. 80 Sports Man, big fan like always. Been watching you since you had like 2,000 subscribers, but honestly, I'm very, very nervous about this game. I'm being completely honest, and the reason why I'm nervous is because I want the if we lose, I hope we lose only by a touchdown or by a field goal because that way, if we lose, people are noticing that we are at least very, very good team. That way, like, okay, the Cardinals are a serious team. They lost, but they didn't lose that badly. Because usually when we lose against the Rams, it's never a close game. Because all of our 4 years, we never lost by at least a touchdown. We lost by like 10 points, 15 points, even a blowout. So if we lose, I hope we lose by a field goal. But honestly, if we win, that's going to open a lot of eyes because if we win, I believe we're the NFC leaders. If I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure about that. But if we win, that's going to open a lot of eyes. So like, okay, the Cardinals are a real deal because we finally beat the Rams.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that the Rams, especially in the NFC here, they're listed as the one of the top contenders to go to the Super Bowl. So you're right, man. There's gonna be a lot of eyes peeled for the Arizona Cardinals if we do get the win, or even if we keep it close, field goal, touchdown, 10 points, something along the lines. I would still consider that as a win, especially as a Cardinals fan. But give me one or two things in your opinion that the Cardinals need to do to get this win.
Okay, so two things. One, of course, is Kyle Murray needs to start hot, not to keep. We have to make sure DeAndre Hopkins is not the for sure guy. We have to do like we always been doing for the past 3 weeks, and that's getting other people the ball. And that's James Conner is getting hot. If that's Chase Edmonds getting catching the ball in the backfield. If that's even Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk needs to be continuing what he's been doing, and that's catching the ball deep.
True.
He's been very good at that. He's been very consistent so far. I need him to continue to do that, and I need him to catch the ball deep. The other one is I need to have Max Williams to be catching the ball like he's been doing and getting him involved also. And I need even AJ Green because I'm pretty sure Jalen Ramsey is going to be on DeAndre Hopkins the entire game, and I'm going to be needing the receivers, the tight end, anybody to be getting involved. The other one is I know we have DB pressure, but hear me on this, and that is get pressure on Matthew Stafford. Full out blitz, even get our cornerbacks rushing from the outside. As long as we get like Stafford not feeling like he's feeling safe or a little bit worried, we need him to do that little mistakes. Like as long as he feels pressure and he feels like he needs to get the ball out more often, we don't have to worry about him throwing deep to Deshaun Jackson. My apologies.
Yeah, you're
And
good.
then as long as we get him out and then feel him like he's not safe, I feel like we have good hands. I feel like we need to get all out blitz or even like a zone defense because if we get some type of pressure, we don't have to worry about that deep ball that we've been seeing from the Rams.
That's fair, man. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson is another one that a lot of people haven't mentioned before. You're right, man. You're right. Deshaun Jackson's going to be that, that one or two big bombs, and we got to make sure that everything's cleaned up. Appreciate you for being on again, BBH. Thank you again. All right. This is some good stuff, man. This is some good stuff. This is what I'm seeing so far from the Red Sea. I see optimism, which is absolutely fantastic. But we're also kind of, on the cautious side because let's be honest, boys and gals. I mean, 4 straight years, whether you say 8-0, whether you say a different stat out there, Cliff Kingsbury needs to beat Sean McVay. It needs to happen. And why not this year? We needed to make sure it happens, man, because, yeah, it would be awesome to be 4-0. It would be really cool to be a 3-1 team as well, which I know a lot of national people, a lot of people that are not Cardinals or Rams fans, they're going to probably side more to the Rams more than anything. But as Cardinal fans, We see it, man. We're watching every snap. We're watching every second. And we know once we could put it all together, we're a great team. We're a very good team. We've seen AJ Green get loose when DeAndre Hopkins was either hurt or he just didn't get targeted very much. We've seen Rondale Moore and what he can become, especially being as explosive as he was in game 2 versus the Vikings. I believe it was the Vikings. Yeah, it was the Vikings. Or even Christian Kirk. Man, Christian Kirk has shut me up left and right. I think that putting him in the slot was the best thing that this coaching staff could have done. They were forcing him to be an outside wide receiver. Now, we probably didn't have anybody else, so they were forced to put him out there. But I think in the grand scheme of things, this Arizona Cardinal team has now finally put everybody in place and said, this is where you belong. This is where you exceed. What can we do from here? We're a 3-0 team right now. Now, yeah, I agree. If there's a Viking fan here somewhere, they can very well tell us, well, we could have had that game against the Vikings. Hey, we had games like this last year, and we lost by a field goal before from Zane Gonzalez, so I don't want to hear it. We're 3-0. That's all I got to say. I got another guest coming in here right now. We got our cards coming up here right now. So our cards, you are live on the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Talk to me, man. Cardinals versus Rams.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, dude?
I think they got a good shot, but we got to see. If there's one thing I'm hoping for this year, is to beat the Rams. One of these 2 games, man.
That's fair.
Make the playoffs and beat the Rams once. Ain't got to win the Super Bowl. But the defense has to play decent, I think. And they got to protect Kyler Murray. If they do that, they'll score points.
Right. I agree, man.
Because like the last couple years, Kyler Murray's been injured.
True, especially starting to the last part of the game. What do you think that's something that 1 or 2 things, if you can give me 2 points to say, this is what the Cardinals need to do and the Cardinals will get the win? Go.
If they can get pressure on Stafford, yeah, if they get pressure on him. If not, then he's going to sit back all day and just carve up the defense.
Yeah, light us up.
So we'll see, man.
I agree.
I'm hoping. I'm really hoping, man.
I agree. I'm right there with you, man. I'm just one question, just a random one. James Conner, Chase Edmonds. I know it seems like we're kind of having a little bit of split carries between the both. Do you favor one over the other?
I like Chase Edmonds better, but at the goal line, James Conner is a bigger body, so that's why they do that, I'm thinking.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Appreciate you, R Cards. Thanks again, man. Have a great rest of your day. Go Cards.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. See, I love it, man. I love when the Red Sea gets very optimistic because I think sky's the limit for this Arizona Cardinal team. I really do. Sky's the limit for this Arizona Cardinal team. Now, if you're going to ask me, are we going to be Super Bowl contenders? I mean, give us a year. Maybe ask me next year. But if we can be a playoff type of team, we're stepping in the right direction. We're stepping in the right direction because, yeah, I mean, as to kind of quote what my guy earlier in the stream said, I believe he was a Rams fan, Renee Ram, saying that, sometimes we just need patience. And honestly, this is one of them that worked out for the Arizona Cardinals. They could have easily gone either way, but it's still the beginning of the season. We're 3-0. There's a lot of football left in this year. There's 17 games this year as opposed to 16. So I'm going to do my quick math here real quick. There's 14 games left, not including the Rams. So there's a lot to go on and what to unfold here. Yes, we're 3-0. But we were a 6-2 team last year. We were a 5-3 team last year. And then there was a big downfall that happened. But I do see this team being different. This Arizona Cardinal team looks like a different type of team. It seems like we're more locked in. And we are trying to clean up the mistakes that we've made last year. So sky's the limit for this Arizona Cardinal team. If you guys are just getting in here, definitely do me a big favor. If you haven't yet already, smack that like button. It definitely helps the channel grow out tremendously. It really does. So if you haven't already, hit the like button. Let's see if we can get over to, let's say 80 likes. Let's try it. So smack that like button and let's go from there. Let's take it to the comments. Let's see what everybody else has to say. Let's take it to the comments. It seems like there's a lot of people adding each other. So I love it when people talk to each other, but let me see if I can try to find a comment that will be specific. Oh, here we go. We got BBH coming up clutch with a super chat. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so very much for doing that. Let me get you the Betty White dab.
Got him. Got him.
Thank you so very much for the super chat. And he says, a lot of people haven't been realizing, but when the first 2 games, we did good when Max Williams was involved. He's really underrated and going to be the key this game, especially with Ramsey on D-Hop. Ooh, I like that. So that's going to be the X factor. Huh? I love it, man. If we can keep that going, that would be amazing. Let's do that. Since you super chatted, let's talk a little bit about Max Williams. I agree, man. Max Williams has had a year so far within this young career. He's looked really good. The best he's looked is versus the Vikings game. The Vikings game, he had 7 receptions, 94 yards. Huge numbers, man. Huge numbers. Now, granted, in the Jaguars game, it seemed like we were trying to get him going early, but it seemed like that kind of went away. It might have been because we were playing out of desperation because we were losing to a Jaguars team. That can very well be the situation, but we were trying to see to get him involved early. He had 3 receptions and 19 yards. In the Titans game, the very first game, nothing. Zilch. Squat. Nothing. No receptions, no yards for Max Williams. But if we can get that type of production, either from Vikings or the Jaguars type of game, I think that's awesome, man. That would be amazing for Max Williams and just in general, because we haven't had a tight end in a very, very long time that we can say, man, that guy is super dependable. Like, I don't think I can remember. If you guys can do me a big favor, put it in the comments below right now. Let me know a tight end that the Arizona Cardinals has had that you said, man, this is the year that our tight end is looking freaking great. Let me know in the comments below. If you don't have to name me name of the year, just name me a tight end that you said, man, I feel confident with our tight end group. Or not group, player. Let me know on the comments below. And I will go ahead and read out to you. Give me a second here. I'm trying to look to see. There was a player a while ago. I can't think of his name to save my life. Let's keep on reading to the comments here. Let's see what you guys have to say. Max has actually looked. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You said any other year, possibly, but he just wasn't as big. But this year, he's so far looking pretty good. I'm excited. Darren Fells. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Darren Fells. You're right. Darren Fells was a good person that I liked. You're right. Gresham was decent. I like Gresham. I honestly like Fells. I like the upside from what Fells had over Gresham. When Gresham came in, I was like, man, this is a good player, but he just didn't really have that level of, man, this guy looks really good at all times. The inconsistency was there from Gresham, but I did like Gresham, though. Don't get me wrong. I really, really did like him. Dan Arnold was all right. He was pretty good. He was nice. He was a nice red zone deep threat, but his hands weren't consistent for me. Somebody says put Larry at tight end. Sheesh, here we go again. Rob Hausler. Oh my goodness, I haven't heard that name in a hot second. Rob Hausler. Woo! Jackie Smith left. There you go. Freddie Jones. Just Max, Darren Fells. I like Darren Fells. With all these names so far, Fells is the one that kind of sticks out to me. Troy Nicholas. Oh my God, I forgot about Troy Nicholas. That's how bad. Wasn't he like a second-round pick for our Arizona Cardinals? He was a pretty high draft pick. Troy Nicholas. Nothing. I mean, the consistency. He got a few catches, but I forgot about Nicholas, man. I forgot about him. Charles Clay. Oh, brother, I forgot he was with us for that year or two. Dang, Charles Clay. Sheesh. Wow. There is a player that I have in my mind. I'm trying to think, what was his name? Let me go back into the depth chart here real quick. Let me look into the depth chart. It wasn't him. What was his name? Dang, it was during the Super Bowl run. It was during the Super Bowl run that I really liked. Seals Jones. No, Seals Jones was earlier. Todd Heap. No, what the heck was his name? I'm trying to do a quick research here real quick. Was it Pope? I can't think of his name. I really can't. Okay. Ben Patrick. Darren not Darren Waller. Pope. Yeah, I think it's Pope. I think it's Pope that I like. But keep in mind, y'all. I mean, this was over like 15 years ago. I remember seeing Pope a lot. And if Pope was it, then and I think that might have been Pope. Sounds good. You know what it is? I think I got mixed up. There was a player named Early Doucette, but he was a wide receiver. But for some reason in my mind, I thought he was a tight end. I think I got confused. I think it was Doucette that I was thinking about. Early Doucette. But looking here in the archives, it's saying that he was a wide receiver, but I could have sworn he was a tight end. I think I just got mixed up. My bad. I think I just got mixed up. My bad. It's early. It was Early Doucette, but you're right. Pope was 2006 to 2008. You are 100% correct on that. I was thinking of Early Doucette, but Early Doucette was not a tight end. He was a wide receiver. I think I just got myself mixed up. So I apologize. That was my fault. Sorry, we went on a wild goose chase. My bad, y'all. Flash game. Appreciate the super chat, man. $20. Thank you so very much for doing that, man. That's absolutely amazing. Let me get you the Betty White dab.
Got him! Got him!
Thank you so very much for the super chat. He says, I personally don't think we can cause an upset. Not only Stafford is a huge upgrade from Goff and the defense is very dominant, our offensive line is injured. I don't think we're going to get smacked. Should be a close game. That's fair. That's fair. And that's what I respect. If we can keep this game close for our Arizona Cardinals, I think this would be a very good game to just kind of take in the chin. If we get a loss, if we're 3-1 by the end of week 4, take it on the chin. And I respect that people are, are people, I respect that people are being honest, because it's a tough game, man, and I'm pretty nervous as well. Obviously, I'm going to put my winning hat on, and hopefully our Arizona Cardinals can come up with a W here, but we'll see. It is Leonard Pope. That was the guy. Yeah, appreciate everybody. Yeah, I was thinking of Early Doucette, but man, my mind went. He was a wide receiver. That's my fault, y'all. My fault. Appreciate again, Flash Gamer Approval. Thanks for the super chat. It means the world. Thank you. Shadow Raven says this game is about the trenches. Yeah, 100%, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This game is about the trenches, 100%. It's about what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Can we clean up those turnovers? Can we clean up those penalties? That's what this game is going to turn out to. So I'm absolutely super excited, man. I'm absolutely super excited about this game. Currently, right now, I think we're sitting with... Oh, yeah. So it's less than 24 hours away, ladies and gentlemen. Less than 24 hours away. Super, super stoked. BBH coming up clutch with another super chat. 199 says, honestly, if we go 1-5 for this stretch, I'm happy. I agree. Let me get you the Betty White dab.
Got him!
Appreciate the super chat, BBH. As always, thank you so very much. Flash Gamer coming up with another super chat. Woo-wee! Let me get you I got to get you the Drew Stanton dance. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Got him! Got him!
Thank you so very much for another super chat. Flash Gamer says, I had some people call me a non-fan because of what I said on one of your videos. I'm a fan since Palmer was the quarterback, but I'm being realistic. We faced 2 times this season. They can get revenge, so chill. Yeah, so I think when it comes down to it, I think if you say the Rams are going to win because you have some sort of, that's the one thing that's all social media. It's all social media. And I don't know if it's just, kids being kids. I don't know if it's just like older people I don't know. I don't know who's behind these screen names, but I'm not going to sit here and say you're not a fan if you say you think the Rams are going to win. You're just trying to like set yourself up to not be pissed off. Like I agree. I'm right there with you, man. I do think that this game is going to be a tough one. Do I want the Cardinals to win? Yes, obviously. We're all Cardinal fans here. But if you really think about it, SoFi getting an upgrade for their quarterback, it's kind of leaning a little towards the Rams. Obviously, we don't want that. But hey, any given Sunday is what I like to say anytime. So I'm never going to sit here and say that. What I would say, Puval, is just ignore him. It's just ignore him. Eric Burns coming up with another super chat. Appreciate that, my guy. Let me get you the Betty White dab.
Got him!
Thank you so very much for the super chat. He says, are you doing a watch party tomorrow? Great question. I don't think I'm going to do a watch party tomorrow, just because I'm probably going to be watching the game with my with a few family members that are going to be coming over. But I will be doing like obviously post game and maybe post game reaction and stuff like that. So videos will be released tomorrow, but most likely not a watch party. But if my mind does change, if my plans do change, make sure you follow me on my social medias, my Instagram or my Twitter, because I always I let you guys know all the time. If we're doing a last minute watch party, I will let you guys know on my socials. Everything's on the description below. Just click on the link and you should be able to shoot me a follow. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. Jordan P coming up clutch with the super chat. $1.99. Thank you, man. Let me get you the Betty White dab.
Got him.
Thank you so very much for the super chat. It says Gardecki just got activated off the IR. Yes, he did. I believe it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I think it was 2, maybe 1 or 2 days ago. But yes, my guy Jordan P is absolutely correct. He was taking off the IR. So most likely we will be seeing Dennis freaking Gardeck this game. Let me know in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think Dennis Gardeck will have a huge impact this game? And if so, how many sacks, man? Put it in the comments. Do you think we'll get a lot of sacks from our boy Dennis Gardeck, or what Kyler Murray likes to call him, Gardecki? Put it on the comments below. Do you think our Arizona Cardinals, with having Dennis Gardeck on the line, will he be a huge impact? Put it on the comments and let me know if you think he's going to have a lot of sacks. Bruno coming up clutch with the super chat. Man, you guys are being awfully generous right now with the super chats. Thank you so very much. Here's the Betty White dab.
Got him.
Thank you so very much for doing that. Let me go ahead and get, he says, I would like to see more pre-snap motion shifts in Cliff's playbook, especially against the haunting D-line. Oh, I like that. Yeah, you're probably the first one who said that, Bruno, and I agree. Maybe some confusion. Maybe we can do some, jet sweep fakes, something along those lines. But I agree, man. I would love to see that type of stuff from our Arizona Cardinals. I think sky's the limit for Arizona Cardinals there. I agree, 100% agree. Let me get you the dab there, because I haven't done a dab. Betty White's been doing all my dabs for me, but I just gave you a dab there because I agree. That would be awesome to get some more pre-snap motion. Cliff Kingsbury, take a look and see what Andy Reid's doing. Maybe we can get a page or two off his book. RC3 Chambers coming up with another super chat. I swear, man, you guys are just super clutch.
Got him.
Appreciate that. He says, Kime, pass the beer. I mean ball. Yeah, man. So far, and I know it's only 3 games. We're going to go into game 4 tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to cool it down. I'm gonna try to cool it down for the the people that Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Keim, because I've been a big advocate of Steve Keim and Cliff Kingsbury's got to go. But so far we're looking good. So far we are looking very, very good. And it happened again. It happened last year, but I have confidence we'll get this going. We'll get this going. Flash Gamer, another $10 day here. That's for you, man. Appreciate that. I haven't been doing my own dabs. I don't think you guys have noticed. Betty White's been doing the dabs for me, but let me get you that's a total of like $40, man. Appreciate that. He says, in my opinion, starting off 3-0 is something people didn't expect from us, but starting off this strong means this team is more prepared than last year. This is a very tough schedule. Yes, sir. Oh, yes. You're right. 100%. This is a tough schedule. Even from the get, when we were looking at what the schedule looked like for the Arizona Cardinals, yeah, you're right. Being 3-0 is great because it kind of gives us that 1-game buffer. Obviously, we would love to be 4-0. We would love to be 5-6-0. But in a realistic world, the Arizona Cardinals are not going to go undefeated this year, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, breaking news. The Arizona Cardinals are not going to go undefeated. They're not. But if we can get the wins that we need to get, especially in our division, man, I think we will be good, man. The Seahawks are not looking like the Seahawks of late. The Rams are looking very good, but we're tied up with them. The 49ers, I'm not quite sold on the 49ers yet. I'm not quite sold on the 49ers as of right now. So, if we can take care of business, if we can split 49ers, split the Rams, and sweep the Seattle Seahawks, hey, man, we'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. Appreciate the super chat though, man. Thank you so very much for doing that. We have X saying 18-0, I believe. He's putting another game in this year. 18-0, my guy says. Sheesh. All right. Well, sheesh. We'll see what happens there, right, man? We'll see what happens there. All right, let's keep on reading into the comments here. Devin says, where'd it go? We can go undefeated. This is the hard. We could go undefeated. This is our hardest game. You think? I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Is it Lord Triforce? Dab reminds me of the Panthers when they beat the Cardinals in the playoffs. Don't care to see them. That's fair. That's fair, man. That's it. Yeah, dude. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Cam Newton. But I've always liked doing it, and it kind of shows my appreciation to you guys. And yeah. So yeah, I agree with you though. I agree. Flash Gamer up. Wow. 50. That's pretty much a 50 bomb. That's pretty much a 50 bomb for my guys. So if we could do a quick hashtag, let's just do hashtag Paval on the comments below. If you guys can do me that quick favor. Hashtag Paval. This guy is coming up clutch. Pretty much just dropped a 50 bomb on us. Thank you so very much for doing that, man. That's absolutely amazing. He says, I would personally, I would remove Keim and keep Cliff. We need a GM and assistant head coach that can sit with Cliff and work things out. He's a good coach and he needs the support. Man, thank you. Thank you. That's absolutely amazing. Appreciate that. Josh T, we got a new channel member in the house. Josh T, a new channel member of the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so very much. And that's amazing. Hopefully you don't regret becoming a channel member, but appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Let's get you the Betty White dab.
Got him!
But yeah, man, I agree. This game is going to go back and forth, and I'm very excited for you guys as fans. I'm excited for myself as fans, as fans. I'm plural, apparently. I'm excited, man, to see how this game's going to turn out. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if I could be completely 100% honest with you here, if the Cardinals win tomorrow, and we go 4-0, people are going to start saying we are Super Bowl contenders. I promise you, especially in the NFC. Oh, brother, I am excited. I am very, very excited about this opportunity here for the Arizona Cardinals to take on the Los Angeles Rams in SoFi Stadium. Just got to love it, man. You've got to absolutely love it. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Welcome, Josh T, to the Bird Gang, to the AZ Sports Fan, to the Rise Up Red Sea, whatever you joined up for, man. Thank you so very much. It says believe. I love it. Is it Enoch? It says, what up, my boy? Honestly, are we going to win on Sunday? It's a tough one, man. It's tough. Being optimistic right now, being that it's Saturday, I'm going to say yes. If you were to ask me on Tuesday, I probably won't have my homerism hat on, so I probably would have said this is going to be a tough one. Probably not. It's SoFi and it's Matthew Stafford. Probably not. But being right now that it's Saturday, man, I have confidence. I have confidence that our Arizona Cardinals can get this W here. I really, really do. I really do. Not Mario. What's up, dude? He says, question. A lot of people have Rams as number 1 at the power rankings. If we beat the Rams, are we number 1? Well, we probably won't be number 1, but we'll be a lot closer. Let me tell you that right now. We probably won't be number 1, but we'll be a hell of a lot closer. That's for sure. All right, Flash Gamer says Steve Keim keeps proving he's not the consistent in having strong teams and only lasts 2 or 3 years and sizzles out. Cliff and Kyler keep improving, and Steve isn't. Flash Gamer, man, you're dropping some dimes, man. If I had a dime, I would just drop a dime for you, man. You're right. And maybe I jumped on the train too much last year when I said fire Cliff Kingsbury. I might have been in my feelings. I might have been on my goodness, woe is me. The Arizona Cardinals are doing it again. Yeah, and I've said it before in my live streams. I'm a very dramatic fan, ladies and gentlemen. That's who I am. And if you're subscribed to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube, you most likely have some sort of, I don't know, relatable quality to it. I don't know. I don't know what else to say to them, but appreciate y'all. Let's see here. Let's keep on reading into the comments here. Let's see here. Nicholas says, Mario, sorry to say, but no. Okay. All right. King Nat 666 is Titan fan here. Hope y'all win. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Horns up. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for saying that. I hope we all win too. Josh T says it's playoffs or bust for Cliff. Hey, man, 3-0 is great. 3-0 is an awesome, record. But obviously, none of us want to go 3-14 this year. You know what I mean? We need to continue to keep building the wins off, especially in the second half, because that's kind of what happened last year, where the second half kind of crumbled. We need to continue to do that. All right, let's keep on reading to the comments here. Lennon says, if we are the Super Bowl contenders, we're going to be Super Bowl champions, including the Phoenix Suns. I'm getting a Chris Paul Valley jersey tomorrow. Oh, nice, man. Cool. Amazing. Zane says, I'm the best AZ kicker. Book it. Oh, my goodness. We're doing this again, huh? We're doing this again, huh? Jordan P says, I don't agree Keim has actually been good. He's made some dumb moves, but a lot of GMs have. Look at the Seahawks GM. He just paid Blitz Boy. Gotta love it. Blitz Boy. Hell of money. And he hasn't hit and I'm assuming you're talking about Jamal Adams, right? Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. Sergio in the house. What's up, Sergio? Thanks for being here, man. He says, where's Cole? You guys, that's hilarious, man. It's so funny because every day in the comments, or every time in the comments, I see somebody like, hey, where's Serge? Or hey, where's Cole? I love it, man. I love that we are, this community has already, known each other from our screen names. That's amazing. Renee, what's up, dude? Coming back, he says, you guys need to slow down. You guys still complaining about Keim. He's built a team that is 3-0 in the toughest division, and it's loaded with the young talent. So, it'll be around for a while. Keim is doing great. We'll see. We'll see. Let's keep on reading onto the comments here. Red Sea says, Mike, you still need a Discord. So the thing with me with Discord, man, it's just there's just so much. I've tried to do a Discord with before, and it's hard to maintain people acting right, if that makes sense. And I don't want to be putting people in a situation where we have another outlet to cyberbully. And I don't want to do that. That's one of the main reasons why I don't do a Discord. And I know I can put moderators. I know people can watch the chat, but I just don't want it to start. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a lot of back and forth with me right now in terms of Discord. That's probably one of the main reasons. Maybe I might do a channel members only Discord. That might be something because you guys all know each other and you guys are all really cool with each other. Maybe I might do something like that. But maybe not a public one, just because there's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of ugliness in the world. And I don't want somebody like Lennon or another young fan that wants to just talk Cardinals to get abused, if that makes sense. Ever since I've had now that I have a child, now that I have a little girl, I feel very overprotective. And I know a lot of people are older than me on this chat. And I know a lot of people are older than me just in general, or been longer Cardinal fans than I have. But I don't know. I have a level of I don't want that to spread out, if that makes sense. All right, let's keep on reading to the comments here. Isaac says that why the Flick Chat stopped. Yeah, that and Flick Chat was supposed to be like a partner of FTFN. If you guys don't know what FTFN was, it was a channel that gathered a lot of YouTubers together. Yeah, it was a part of them, and because I stopped doing that, Flick stopped as well. So that might have been the one thing. The best thing to do, honestly, when we do watch parties, come through, man. Honestly, the chat is amazing. And I can really look at it that way, if that makes sense. All right, let's keep on reading to the comments here. All right, y'all, we have made it over the hour mark. My goodness. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This has been an absolute pleasure to speak to everybody here. We might be ending the stream right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're less than 24 hours away. Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams. I am so freaking excited for this opportunity. If we do a watch party tomorrow, I will let you guys know. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social medias. Everything is in the pinned comment below or the description below of this this video. It's pinned. Just click on it. It'll take you to Instagram. It'll take you to Twitter. I'll let you guys know if I will be doing a watch party tomorrow or not. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you guys. Yeah, that's how we'll end the live stream here today. Cardinals versus Rams tomorrow. Make sure you watch it. If you guys don't watch it, if you guys can't watch it, just watch my reactions and we'll see what happens there. Appreciate everybody for being here. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. And my guy, my freaking guy, Flash, get another $10 bomb. Okay, I gotta give you some. Here's the damn it. Appreciate that. 60 bomb for my guy Paval. He says, my last super chat, you're not wrong. Steve is doing good for now, but we'll see if he can make improvements in the CB core. Hashtag Paval in the comments below, man. Thank you so very much. You were the MVP of this. Hashtag Bird Gang. Put some fist bumps in the chat below. Put some flame emojis. I don't care. But this is where we're going to sign off, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your day. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully the Arizona Cardinals can pull off the W tomorrow because we all want to be 4-0, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And go Cards.